Hello everybody, my name is H2O Toxic and I am back here with another video. This is my Road to Unusual PowerPoint, my second one that I've done, considering I've completed Road to Unusual twice now. So, here's the start of my journey. This is my first item. It is a Scorch Shot. It is my first random drop is how I was going to start this journey. So, I didn't actually try to get this trade. I was just on a regular server and somebody came up to me wanting my Scorch Shot for a vintage backburner. So that's 0.221, half a scrap to 2 scrap. I then sold the vintage backburner for 2 scrap accordingly to its backpack.tf price via Outpost. Then I used that 2 scrap to buy 4 weapons. These are my weapon representations here, just to show you. Yeah, so 4 weapons. I then sold 1 weapon for 2 weapons, so a scrap pretty much. And then I sold a weapon for a scrap, and then I sold another weapon for another scrap. So now I have 2 scrap and 2 weapons and another 2 weapon drops. So then I sold 2 scrap, again scrap banking for 4. This time now I had 4 scrap and I had gotten this drop, this strongbox drop. So then I sold it for an uncraftable attendant, being worth around 1.33. I then sold that uncraftable attendant for 1 ref, a vintage Bonkatama punch, a frying pan, a spell book, and a melee slot token. This is about 1.66 in items, so 0.33 upgrade there, which was really nice. I then got a donation from a guy named Lafton Firehair, which I'm hoping you're watching this video right now. But anyway, Lafton Firehair gave me a donation of a glorious team captain being worth a key, more than tripling my backpack's worth at the time. So that was a big deal. So then I sold my team captain for a vintage Foster's Facade, a caffeine cooler, a alien swarm parasite, and a strange grenade launcher. This was in the strange grenade launcher. It was worth around 4.66, so it was actually it was a good deal. Now it's not a good deal. But anyway, I sold that strange grenade launcher for a weapon for 2 refined, a strange Boston Basher, and a War Pig, that being worth around 5 ref in items. That was a good deal to me. The guy just wanted a random weapon too. I don't really know why, but anyway. Moving on, I sold my Strange Boston Basher for a Dark Age Defender. This was an extreme upgrade, the Strange Boston Basher being worth 1.33 and the Dark Age Defender being worth 5 ref. So that was a massive upgrade. He didn't want a misc, he just wanted weapons. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, moving on, I sold my War Pig for 1.44 and then 2 battle-worn parts, so being at 1.66 pretty much. I then sold my Dark Age Defender for 5 ref pure. And I sold my Caster's Quarterly, or the spell book, for 1 scrap. The guy was collecting them, so I'm like, okay, here you go. And he gave me a scrap. So I then sold a vintage Foster's Facade to a collector as well, for 1 refined metal. So he was a crafter, so he needed them for crafting. So 1 ref. I then sold my slot token, my melee slot token, for a scrap metal and 1 random weapon, so that being worth 1.5 scrap, obviously, it was a good deal. This is going to be a little bit of a bigger trade here. I traded, let's see, for a 10.44 refined, because I had so much ref at this point, for a Villain's Veil, a Hurt Locker, and a vintage Dolichus bar. That was about 7.33, 10, like 11 ref, I would say. I then sold my caffeine cooler for 2 refined. The 10 ref earlier, the trade right before that was a good deal, by the way. I then sold my Villain's Veil and my frying pan for a strange solemn vow, a festive Islander, a strange Lathanger, a vintage Bonkatama, a strange Bonkatomic punch, a Uklenka, a purity fist, and 1 reclaimed metal. That was a lot of upgrade there. I then sold my Uklenka for 1 refined. I had only counted 1 refined before in the previous trade, and that was a really good deal. I then sold my festive Islander for 1 ref. That's backpack.tf prices. I then sold that robot part for 2 scrap metal, better than what I intended, so I was actually happy with that. I then sold my strange Lathanger for strange Mark 1 bot killer flamethrower being worth 2.66, the Lathanger being worth 2.33 plus a scrap, so I got even more out of it. I then sold that bot killer for a strange grenade launcher, a digit divulger, and a ref. The strange grenade launcher was worth 2 ref, so 3 ref, 3.66 ref. I then sold my purity fist and a digit divulger for a painted gray delinquent's down vest, a strange homewrecker, a strange Bartolian's backup, and a scrap. This is a decent bit of upgrade here. The delinquent's down vest was worth a good bit. I then bought a Craftat virtual reality headset there. I then sold my Virtual Realities headset, my Hurt Locker, and my Delinquent's Down vest painted gray for a Strange Eyelander and a Strange Specialized Killstreak Black Box. This was probably one of the best trades I made in the entire series. Strange Specialized Killstreak Black Box being worth almost 5 keys. So, ridiculous overpay there. Anyway, I sold my Strange Eyelander, my Strange Solemn Vow, my Strange Grenade Launcher for a Killer's Kit, a Mustached Man, and a Reclaim. So that being worth 4 Refin items to 5 Refin items. Or 5 Refin items to 6 Refin items. Apologize for that. I then sold my Specialized Killstreak Black Box for 5 keys pure. Somebody came up to me very, very desperate for one and said, here, I'll give you 5 keys for it. So, and it turns out I actually ended up buying it later on my main account, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so 5 keys. Next, I got my first unusual, but as you will notice in the top left-hand corner, it was gifted. By my Road to Unusual rules, I'm not allowed to take gifted unusuals as counting to end my unusual track. So it did not count, but I still bought it. So it was a Steaming Western Wear, gifted Steaming Western Wear. It was also duped, by the way. I then sold it, or I paid 5 keys pure, Strange Homewrecker, my Mustache Man, a Reclaim Metal, my Battle 1 part, 1 Ref, my Killer's Kit, my Strange Bartolian's Backup, my Vintage Monk, my Strange Criticola, and my Vintage Dolichus bar. This is around 6 keys and items. For any unusual, I would say that's a good deal. So, moving on, I then... Oh, come on. There we go. I sold my Steaming Western Wear, the gifted one, instantaneously for a Team Spirit Bills and 2 keys. That's 9 keys. That's 3 keys of upgrade in 2 trades. That's a lot of upgrade. I then sold my Team Spirit Bills for a Strange Festive Extinguisher with 3 strange parts, a rename, and a redescription. So worth around 6 keys, I would say. And a Strange Thompson, that's like 7.4 keys and items. That's a good deal. I then got a munitions crate as a drop, an 83 crate, and I sold it for a Pocket Horseman, pretty much a craft hat, I would say. It is a Halloween hat, but this was a craftable and tradable one, so I would assume it's worth a craft hat. This was where my journey came to an end. I sold the items that I had gotten for a Copper's Hardtop Steaming, non-duped, non-gifted, so clean and usual. 2 keys, 4.66 ref, my Strange Festive Extinguisher, and my Strange Thompson, plus my Pocket Horseman. This is around 11 keys and items, I would say, but for an unusual worth 11 keys. So, it was a good deal. This is a cool unusual, actually. I like Steaming, one of my favorite effects. And guys, thank you very much for watching. This is a short video, but I did complete my Road to Unusual in 15 hours. So I challenge somebody to try to come up and beat my record. I challenge anybody. This was, I got so lucky. But thank you guys very much. Please like, favorite, subscribe, and have a good day. And please join the Steam group. Alright, bye.